God, there's even more bones than last time.
Forest, and you'll see a video in a minute of the sounds they were making.
I've got an ace! I've got...
Meet Sam and Colby, two popular YouTubers and best friends famous for their bold explorations into the eerie unknown. For nearly a decade, they've ventured into haunted, abandoned locations, captivating their audience with chilling discoveries. But this time, they're not alone. They've teamed up with the Ireland Boys to investigate one of America's most sinister sites, the Forest Haven Asylum. By the end of their journey, they realized they were standing amidst the echoes of a horrifying crime scene. Located deep within Laurel, Maryland, the asylum opened in 1925 to care for people with intellectual disabilities. Over time, it became infamous for scandals involving abuse, nightmarish conditions, and a series of unexplained patient deaths. By 1991, after decades filled with tragedy, the asylum was permanently closed. Yet even today, chilling rumors persist that the tormented spirits of former patients still roam its shadowy halls. On this night, two mysterious individuals appeared to enter before the boys. Remaining unseen and cautious, they waited silently until the strangers departed. Later, as the boys stepped inside, the terrifying reality unfolded. They realized in horror that the screams they'd heard belonged to Laura Wallen.
They go right and then it's the left. I see him. Whatever we do, let's just make it into a building as soon as possible. We're just gonna sneak up and scout out which building we...
Laura had mysteriously vanished, and it turned out her boyfriend at the time, Tyler Tessier, led a disturbing double life. He wasn't just dating Laura, he was also engaged to another woman. When Laura became pregnant, Tyler grew anxious she might expose his secrets, prompting him to commit a horrific act. On the night she was murdered, Laura sent a chilling final text to her friend. "Tyler is taking me to this open field in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know why." Later, Laura's body was tragically discovered at that very spot in Montgomery County.
Details of an ever-changing story are emerging in the murder of Columbia High School teacher Laura Wallen.
Investigators confirmed a haunting timeline. Sam, Colby, the Ireland Boys, Laura, and Tyler had all been there simultaneously. That night's date is forever etched into the memories of Laura's loved ones, a chilling reminder of how unexpectedly close they were to unimaginable horror. On March 23, 2023, deep in the wilderness of Oregon, a motorcyclist named Eden was filming his ride along a familiar off-road trail when something unexpected happened. Though he'd taken this path before, something felt off. An eerie tension hung in the air. It wasn't until he pushed further up the trail that his camera caught something disturbing. Eden began to hear the unmistakable sound of someone or something drawing near.
It's kind of creepy. Go this way. This is where most people would turn around. If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side.
Though a nearby pile of animal bones hinted that a bobcat might be nearby, Eden couldn't shake the sense that something far worse was watching him. Uneasy and fearing for his safety, he turned back and rode home. But months later, curiosity pulled him back, and what he encountered was even more terrifying. This time, there were noticeably more bones scattered around, sending a chill through him. As he moved deeper into the woods, the forest fell into an unnatural, deafening silence.
Oh God, bones are still here. I don't like this at all. Oh God, there's even more bones than last time. It's been a few months since I filmed the last video, because honestly I've just been too scared to come up here. Definitely a lot more overgrown than last time. I'm hoping that since it's been such a long time that I don't think anything will happen this time. I think that tree is actually gone. This road's been cleared. Looks like we've already passed it a while ago, but that tree is gone. Oh! It's just dark as hell in here. I'm probably gonna turn around soon. Oh, there's two ways. Holy crap, dude, this trail goes on forever. It just got really quiet really fast. That was my cue to go. That was my cue to go.
In the midst of the eerie silence, Eden spotted a tall, pale figure emerging from the underbrush. It crouched low, moving slowly, like a predator stalking its target. Panic set in as Eden fumbled to start his bike, but the engine refused to turn over right away, intensifying the terror. At last, the bike roared to life, and he tore off into the woods, convinced he was being hunted. To this day, Eden has no idea what he saw, though some viewers believe it may have been a skinwalker or something far worse. What do you think? In February 2018, a man named Greg Harris shared GoPro footage of himself riding an ATV along an unmarked trail. At first, everything seems typical, just a quiet outdoor ride. But then, without warning, something deeply disturbing brings his journey to a sudden halt. If you missed it, a steel cable had been stretched tightly between two trees, and it struck Greg's helmet, abruptly stopping him in his tracks. It's horrifying to think that if he hadn't been lucky, the outcome could have been deadly. According to the video's description, the cable snapped on impact thanks to Greg's speed and the fact it hit his helmet, not his neck. The thought that someone would deliberately set such a trap is chilling, but disturbingly, it's not uncommon in the ATV and dirt bike world. Some locals install these cables to keep riders off private land. Others, driven by rage or sheer madness, set them up simply to cause harm. Whether it's out of annoyance at the noise or something far more sinister, the motivations are often terrifying. In Greg's case, the culprit was never identified, but had that cable been just a bit lower, this would have been a fatal encounter. Thankfully, Greg escaped with only minor injuries and used his footage to warn fellow riders of the hidden dangers lurking. In 2023, a YouTuber known as Under the Weather set out on a solo camping adventure deep in the secluded Scottish wilderness. What started as a routine trip quickly took a strange, unsettling turn. It all began when he pitched his tent between two narrow, trickling creeks, an idyllic spot that seemed like nature's perfect fortress. Convinced the streams would offer a layer of protection from prowling wildlife, he confidently settled in. As the day melted into night, he zipped himself into his sleeping bag, ready for a peaceful rest. But what happened next left him with more questions than answers, a moment so baffling it haunts him to this day. Let's roll the clip.
Unless something crazy happens, I will see you in the morning. Good night. Hello? 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 The thing is, I'm kind of on an island here, so there's river on that side, river on that side. It's very hard to get down here if it's a human, that is. Typical, now I can't hear a thing. Right, I'll turn the light off. I've got a knife in here. I've got a knife. I've got a knife.
Unable to shake the unease or drift back to sleep, he grabs a weapon and steps out into the chilling night, determined to confront or scare off whatever had been prowling around his tent.
On an island, so there's no way that anyone could actually get it. Jesus Christ! Hello? 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 Jesus Christ! Fuck that. Go and say, how did you sleep? I'm like, great. Like a psycho with a knife. Good night. Good night. Good night.
But the story doesn't end there. As he packs up his camp the next morning, he stumbles upon something lying nearby, an eerie discovery that deepens the mystery of what really transpired that unsettling night.
Terrifying. It sounded like hysterical laughing that woke me up. Yeah, I just heard people, or somebody, noises around there. Like somebody was coming through the water, like your mind running wild. And obviously I went out, had a wee look. Didn't see anything, then I heard like footsteps. I just ran back in here. And then it did go silent after a while, which was alright, so I did get back to sleep. That's why I brought my own wood. Hang on a minute. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Right. These were in a pile over there. And they were like sitting on the ground. Right. I think someone's playing silly buggers. I think it's time for me to get out of here. And well, I can still live to tell another tale.
Whatever it was that lay outside his tent remains an unsolved mystery. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about this one? Let me know your thoughts. Up next, we have Joseph, better known as Bill B. Backens on TikTok, who shared a video from a casual hiking trip with his friends. Everything seems normal at first, just a group of guys enjoying the outdoors. But then, they spot something. In the distance, eerie white figures emerge, motionless and unsettling. The vibe shifts instantly.
Like a little walking adventure to this place, and we were the only ones around, and we was walking up the hill and we looked back and we saw these. We don't know who they are, like some sort of like cult or religion. They're walking into a pitch black forest, and you'll see a video in a minute of the sounds they were making. It was so scary, so yeah, we did follow them in the end. It wasn't the wisest of decisions, and we were the only ones around, and we was walking up the hill and we looked back and we saw these. We don't know who they are, like some sort of like cult or religion. They're walking into a pitch black forest.
Frozen in place, the group stares in shock, their jaws hanging open. An uneasy silence fills the air. Were they witnessing some kind of bizarre cult gathering, or was it just a group of people wandering the woods at an odd hour? Either way, the sight is downright chilling.